that is not a problem. I could just talk to you here on the phone. So, can you, did you have any special relationships with any of the victims or anything?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I was really good friends with Kaylee.
Okay.
She was a year older than me. We were in the same chapter together, and we're pretty good friends.
Okay, so you guys were both 80?
Yes. Yeah, and then I also I knew Xana pretty well as Ethan, just from kind of the community, and I met Xana like pretty early on in my first week of college.
Okay. Are you a junior?
Yes, I am.
Okay, cool. So do you know of anybody, I know you said you were pretty close to Kaylee. Do you know of anybody that she may have associated with that could potentially have violent tendencies or be violent in any way?
No, I don't. I can't think of anyone.
Okay. And this question is, I mean, we're not trying to say people did this or did that. We're just trying to put the pieces of the puzzle together, just with everything that's going on. Was Kaylee ever involved in any, like, drugs, or do you know if she ever, like, partied with drugs or anything?
Not to my knowledge. I know that was, something that kind of, like, that has happened and stuff. I've never personally heard or seen anything related to Kaylee, if that makes sense.
What about any of the other roommates that were in the house?
No, not them personally. I know that like is something that does happen kind of like in this environment, or it has happened, but not them personally.
And you mean, are you talking about like just stuff that happens, like people that like just party with drugs?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't know, like, I don't know anything of them personally.
So you've never seen Kaylee do coke or marijuana or any sort of, Xanax or any sort of party drug? You've never, like, seen or heard her do any of that stuff before?
No, I've never seen her. No.
Okay.
Not to my knowledge.
And what about Xana or Ethan or Maddie or any of the others?
No, not personally, no.
Okay.
Like I said, I know that like, is something that is probably, like, in the same environment, but no, not them personally.
Okay. Do you know if drugs were ever being sold out of that house at all by any chance?
No.
Okay. When was the last time you spoke or saw Kaylee?
I saw her when she was at Grub Truck with Maddie and with her and Maddie.
Okay.
I spoke to Kaylee when she was after she had ordered, when she was waiting for her food.
Okay, and how was Kaylee's demeanor at that time?
She was good. She we kind of just had a light conversation, just like about what we were, but she seemed really happy. Her and Maddie were laughing.
Okay, did they say what their plans were after they were at the Grub Truck, like where they were going or anything?
No, they didn't. No.
Okay, you said you spoke to Maddie too, or was just Maddie just kind of there?
No, I saw Maddie. I didn't have a conversation with her. She just was standing, like, with Kaylee.
Okay.
I only actually had a conversation with Kaylee.
Okay. Do they seem intoxicated at all, or?
I didn't ask, but I think a little bit. And I know that she had come from the club, I think, because my friend also told me she was there with her. But not anything, like, extremely where she was not able, like, she didn't know where she was, so she, like,
nothing
was
out of the
very
normal.
Coherent. Like, yeah, she wasn't, like, stuttering on her words or anything like that.
Okay, so she wasn't, like stumbling or slurring her words or,
no,
like, not
wasn't
making sense or anything like that?
No, yeah, she was, like, coherent, like, understood where she was. She wasn't, like, slurring or stumbling over her words at all.
Okay. And, did come to the Grub Truck with anybody else?
I didn't see them show up to Grub Truck because I came after she was there. She had already ordered by the time that I was there.
Okay, so you showed up after her?
I did. Yes, I showed up afterwards,
okay.
and I only spoke to her for a little while. But I did watch I watched back just to see in the video, because there's like a security kind of video at the Grub Truck.
Are you speaking about the Twitch stream?
Yeah.
Okay, and what did you see on that?
I saw that someone kind of had showed up at the same time as her. I just tried to look back to see if it was someone that I recognized, because I didn't see anyone that I recognized standing with Maddie and Kaylee when I spoke to them.
Okay.
But I didn't recognize. It kind of looks like someone had shown up with them, but I didn't recognize them.
Okay, so you don't know who that individual was?
No, I don't.
Okay, you've never... Did anybody say they recognized him?
No, but we were all trying, like, some of my friends and I were speaking on it and trying to figure that out, because my friend who was with Kaylee at the club said that there was someone that was, like, kind of concerning, but she had no clue who he was, and so we weren't able to figure out who that was.
Okay, so your friend that was at the club with Kaylee and Maddie said that there was someone concerning at the club as well, the corner club?
Yeah, this is all just information that I had heard from her, but she said there was someone that was kicked out or was the cause of concern, like someone was concerned because he was kind of being creepy towards Maddie.
Okay.
But I never, like, saw that, and that was all I heard.
Okay.
Because I was not present at the club.
Right.
With them.
And which friend was that said that to you?
Her name was Brittany. I believe she may have spoke or was sent, or I don't know.
Okay.
I spoke to her earlier.
Okay. Yeah.
So you last saw Kaylee at the Grub Truck. So you said you showed up after her. She was already waiting for her food. What happened after she got her food?
I didn't exactly see, like, what direction. I kind of just saw her and Maddie start kind of, like, walking off in the direction towards her house. So kind of, like, back towards campus. I didn't see if she crossed the street or anything like that. She kind of, like, went out of my view.
Okay.
And I started talking to my friend, but, yeah, she was, like, heading in that direction of campus.
Okay. Did you see anybody, like, follow her or say anything to her or anything?
I didn't when I was there, that I can remember. I was a little distracted by that point and just kind of waiting for my food, but I did in the video see someone, like, kind of walk in the same direction that they did after she left, but I don't remember watching him walk off when I was there.
Okay. Okay. Do you know of any like boys or anything that Kaylee may have hung out with?
Not really. I know, obviously, Ethan. I really don't know. I'm sure there's probably a lot of, like, I saw her earlier in the day, just, like, with a bunch of friends, but I don't know, like, anyone that she personally hung out with.
Okay. And do you know of any, like, of her ex-boyfriends or anything?
An ex-boyfriend that went to U of I at some point, but from my knowledge, they were on pretty good terms.
Okay. And what about Maddie?
I don't know about ex-boyfriends. I wasn't super close to Maddie, but I do know that her boyfriend went to U of I and graduated.
Okay, and do you know his name, or?
It's escaping me at the moment.
If you don't know it off the top of your head, it's okay.
I I know I've met him before. I just can't remember his name at the moment. I'm sorry.
Okay. Was there anybody that Xana or Ethan may have hung out with of concern?
Not anyone that I can think of. No.
Okay. Is there anybody that you can think of concern or anything like that?
Not off the top of my head, no. I was trying to think of... I was with Zan and Ethan earlier, and there was never anyone that, was cause for alarm.
You were with them earlier in the night?
Yes. Yeah, I was earlier that day.
And where were you guys at?
I was with Zan and Ethan, Maddie, and Kaylee, kind of earlier at, an apartment. It was my friend's apartment. We were with quite a few people.
Okay, you know where that apartment is?
Yeah, it's on... I actually don't know the name of the road, but
Does
it's
it have
called the
a
White
name?
Apartment.
The Whites?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah. We were just kind of hanging out with all of our friends and stuff, and I was there with Dana and spoke to her and spoke to Kaylee.
Okay.
And there's never anyone of concern that was there. It was all people that we knew.
Okay.
That were with us. There was never anyone that, we didn't know.
Okay. Do you have anything? Okay. Well, I appreciate you giving us speaking to me.
Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't have very much information.
Nope. That any information right now is helpful for us. So, yeah. If you ever have any more questions for myself, or just in general, you can always, or if there's something that you end up learning that you think is important to share, even if you don't think it's important, either way, you can always give us a call and share that information with us. Something that you may think is little might go a long way for us. So. Okay.
Yeah, I will do that.
All right. Well, try to enjoy your Thanksgiving break, and thanks again for